Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to Pillow Talk with the T. I am Qua.
I am Aaron, Mr. Wake Up Better.
And this is Ashley, of course. I'm back. Hey, everybody.
Even though they can't see her, but hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, so basically tonight is the night that our Ashley is back in the building.
Thank God for that. Thank God for that.
Yeah, so I know the people was like, where's she at? What's going on with her?
They tried to take me down this season with Christmas.
What?
Yeah, they tried to take me
I
down this
couldn't.
season.
What's going on? How's
Mm.
everybody doing?
Good. Can't complain. I can't complain. I'm here another year, another day, and this is actually our first show of the new year.
What?
Whoop 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 whoop.
I wish I could sing
Yes.
like what they do on like when you send a text message on your phone with the Happy New Year stuff and start popping up in the air and everything.
You talking about one of them things you go like this or something?
Yeah,
Like,
it's like when you send Happy New Year and then the background on your iPhone just be like send like fireworks and stuff.
oh yeah, I've been getting that the whole time.
Yeah, it's the same one and like 8 different message threads.
Yeah. But yeah, my new year came in good. Listen, another year, another dollar to be made, another life to goals to accomplish and to fulfill. So can't complain about that one.
Man, I can't complain. Just sucks.
Yeah.
I'm getting older every single year. Like every turn in the new year, I'm reminded I'm old.
Hmm.
I'm getting old.
Man, you okay? All right. We gonna keep it right there. But how you been, Ash? Since you back in the building?
And I've just been on a life journey. I've been on a long journey, and since I haven't been up here, and wow, it has been quite a journey. But I'm back, and I wasn't going because of that journey. I was doing podcasts before I actually realized I was, but I'm back now, and it's time to put this back on a roll.
Mm-hmm.
How am I feeling? I'm a little bit on the shaky side, but I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Shaky. What you shaky for?
What I have a lot because it's just journey in my life. I've been on a spiritual warfare, spiritual battle that a lot of people won't even understand because they haven't
Hmm.
been there yet, and they won't understand because they haven't walked in my shoes. So because I think I'm at the end. I think I'm at the end of my journey. That's why I'm a little bit shaky because I'm really still just trying to find my way. But that's
But you
I
changing
don't.
your religion?
Of course not. Of course not. I was born and raised a Christian. I'm always going to be a Christian. I don't know what else I'm going to change to.
Salam
Mm-hmm.
alaikum.
Well, for you, but I mean, but I'm going to always eat my pork chop, honey. I ain't giving that up for nobody.
I know that's
I'll
right.
make you Muslim. I don't eat pork, and I ain't no Muslim. I ain't no Christian either, but eating pork ain't about that.
I'm just saying, but the stigma. Eating pork is not about being Muslim or Christian, but you should understand where I'm coming from when I make that statement. That means that I'm not going to turn Muslim because you made that statement. What you say, inshallah, or something like that? You said,
I ain't say that. I said
okay, well,
salam
something to that turn. But we
alaikum.
all know that whenever any black person say I ain't giving up my pork, that just means I ain't never turning Muslim. We all know that. That's what that means.
Facts. Facts.
That is so true. Yo, but listen, I've been busy. Like my schedule been crazy. I've been overwhelmed with work. working out, getting these businesses up and running, and it's just so draining and so I've just so been exhausted. Oh my god, I feel like I'm
Well, you don't look exhausted. You
girl. Listen, you gotta fake it till you make it.
You don't gotta fake it.
Well, okay, not fake it. Well, you gotta put on the gotta do what you gotta do type of face. But in the inside, I feel like I'm actually asleep right now talking to y'all.
Yeah. I'm gonna send you a video
Mm-hmm.
that I can't say always used to watch heavy by Jim Ron.
Okay.
I'm gonna send that to you. He said when things are hard,
Mm-hmm.
uh, don't ask to make it easier. Ask for more wisdom.
Gotcha. Okay. I definitely listen. I definitely could use that. I could use all the affirmations,
Hmm.
the scriptures, the good jujus, the vibes, the energies. Absolutely. But of course, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going. And listen, when you want a lot of abundance of things, it comes with a lot of weight, you know? So
Hmm.
I got to realize that it's going to be what it is.
Yeah. Shit ain't never gonna get easier. Shit.
No,
As much stuff as we ask for, it's never gonna be easier.
no,
It's only gonna get harder.
that's it. Only going to get harder. But other than that, listen, you know what I wanted to bring up because
What's up? What's up?
along with, just me getting all of my businesses together, and especially with the new year, with the fitness line is dropping later on this year, which I cannot wait because that's going to be big, 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 big. It's because,
Me too.
yeah, definitely because, it's in the honor and name after my grandmother. So,
Hmm.
but I've been doing a lot of networking, and I've been in this thing that's called the club, which I was
Hmm.
first introduced to it by my sister, but then my photographer had introduced it to me too. So I end up deciding to join it on. So I end up basically got a lot of great connections and stuff. Met some great amazing people with great energy, business minded about their shit. Like, listen,
Hmm.
I met this amazing lady that's from Atlanta, and she is a business consultant. She got numerous other businesses, but she's a beast. And me and her was just talking, and we was talking, and we was having our conversation. We wasn't talking about business, we talk about business, but also talk about fun stuff too. So when we was having
Hmm.
just our regular dandy conversation one morning, she had brought up, do you guys realize in the houses that they building, and also like the apartments, even high risers, do you guys see what's missing in them apartments when you go like doing house hunting, apartment hunting? You guys might not notice this, but do you guys see that there has been non-existent and elimination of the dining room being removed out of the houses and apartments?
Facts. Facts. No dining rooms. No dens. Well, some people might call that a day room.
Mm-hmm.
I call it a den. But there's no dens, no dining room.
Exactly. So she brought that up, and I was like, damn, I ain't even thought about that. So I've come out my room looking. I'm like, there's not it's not dining rooms. If you think about even all the other apartments you probably went to go search. And then we went on with the conversation discovering that the fact that
Hmm.
um that's eliminating family time, as eliminating family time. Remember the time we used to sit around the table, used to have the conversation, creating dialogue and communication with your family, shooting the shit, being able to, get into your kids' head, speak about different things. Like
Hmm.
now it's like you still could do that, but it's not the old fashioned way how it was when we was coming up. Like they eliminating the whole process of the the living room. I mean, not the living room, the dining room, the kitchen area, like so you could sit and it's on the table at the table and eat and break bread with
Right.
your family, and that's crazy. So I'm like, okay, what are they doing? Is that a strategic move?
I don't need to talk to you. You put everything on Facebook. You put your location. You put where you went today. You put who you was with. You realize we got more. We got more. Well, now we have more
Mm-hmm.
connection throughout the day than any other generation in
Mm-hmm.
history. So what I need to talk to you for? I know what you do. I know where you at. You at the bowling alley. I know who you with. You with Jimmy, Nene, and her cousin. I know everything
And
about
her
you
cousin
throughout your day.
Bobo.
I need, yeah. Well, I need to ask you, how was
Yeah.
your day? I know how your day was, and then you text me random pictures, selfies, and
Mm,
it's our fault.
that's crazy. Like, and but you're right though. But see, the thing is, when I do go on social media, I don't put my business on social media. I'm like a
Hmm.
and not only that, I don't share my location when I take my pictures, or I just don't believe in that. Like, I don't, that's not
Yeah.
safe to me. You
Well, I
Yeah,
share it
after
after.
like when I'm like 2 hours or 3 hours away from that location, I'm no longer in that area. Absolutely. But me sharing it in the
Hmm.
time that I'm there, I think that's not safe. But you are right that because we have phones, and it's like even if you had it at the dinner table, you still had the den or the dining room or the kitchen. Um, guess what's gonna come to the table? The phones.
The phone.
And it's like you gotta force people to, like, you know what, we gotta have, no phone time, and it's like it shouldn't be that way. Like I love natural, regular, authentic communication. Like just give me, I
Yeah.
want I want that touch. And especially with this quarantine being the way it is, like the touch is so much more eliminated to the fact that we had to do everything virtually over online, Zoom, phone calls, FaceTime. And it's like, damn, I guarantee you when the shit do clear, if it clears, people gonna appreciate touch then. Huh.
I just I like to live in a moment. Like I don't really have to take like 18 pictures if I'm doing something with
Yeah,
my friends. I'd rather just experience it and live off the
exactly.
memories.
Exactly. So what you think about that, Ash?
So I don't think that all houses need dining rooms. And they actually didn't stop making them. They just made different varieties of houses and apartments in which what you choose. Not everybody would prefer a dining room, and a dining room does not define family time,
Mm-hmm.
because they have what you call a eating kitchen, what our grandmother had back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
a table that the whole family was able to sit around and talk and laugh
In the
and
kitchen?
bring up memories, tell jokes. How was your day? Bring the homework to the table. Our grandmothers had that back in the day, and not all houses, have it. And even like they didn't have it back in the day, all houses didn't have that, and all houses still don't have that now. That's just something optional for what people choose on how they want to live their life. Having a dining room does not define whether it's taken away family time or families getting together. That has nothing to do with that, because you can have family time in the living room where everybody's sitting in front of the TV eating M&Ms and popcorn. That's family time. Sitting in the eating kitchen around the table eating dinner, doing homework, and then eat in kitchen, that's family time. Some people have backyards with decks on it. That's family time. That has nothing to do with that.
Well,
You can have family time in any part of your
you
house.
could be, yeah, you could have family time, but you don't, like, okay, you could have family time at any part of your house, but at the same time, some of the stuff I don't agree with, because the fact that, say for instance, like no one could be able to get a house like you can. In houses or luxury high rises, and that's what, I'm saying. My thing is, or we could only be able to afford to rent, and you could only rent certain things because people is there, or either people circumstances, but you try your best to end up
They have dining
getting
rooms in low income houses. What I
said
used to
again.
live in. Like years ago, I said they have dining rooms in low income houses, like what I used
Yeah,
to
but
live in.
my house ain't had that. You had to really create that because if you remember the structure of my housing, the kitchen and the living room was open. You had to really create that
Well,
space
that's what,
for your
because all houses are made differently.
yeah.
So whether
I,
you had to create it or not, whether you had to put up a divider or not, they all structure of houses are created differently. That's just like having a 4 bedroom
Hmm.
house and a 2 bedroom house.
mm-hmm,
It's created and it's structured differently. Not all
mm-hmm.
houses come with dining room. That's an option. That's an option for you. Like if you want to buy a pair of pants, do you want to buy a pair of pants with 4 pockets, two on the front, two on the back? Do you want to buy a pair of pants with two pockets, two on the front, none in the back? Dining rooms is just all about the structure of a house and your choice. That's all.
Yeah,
That's all.
But
I
I think she was saying the feeling of it feels I don't know if the word
When
unfamiliar.
Kwame first introduced this question, she said a lady was
Hmm.
having on a thing a conversation that, do we notice that they don't build houses with dining rooms anymore because it's designed to
yeah, with
take
some
away
houses
family
don't
time?
but normally back in the day all houses had it. Some of them don't have it now.
No, no, they did
But
not back
that's
in
the
the day.
effect.
If you want to go all the way back to the slave days when our people was out there
Now
picking
slave
cotton,
days,
they
no.
didn't have dining rooms.
The slave
Yeah, they
they
had
had
huts.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
in the
then
slave
let's
days,
fast forward a little bit more. Let's fast forward a little bit more when my great grandmother was living. They didn't have dining rooms. They had what you call make a kitchen out of a dining room. Like it's all in the time. It's all that all depends on how you choose your house. Period. That has nothing to do with minimizing family time, like that lady said. I don't agree with her at all.
Okay.
I think it is. I think it
Yeah.
is minimizing the way we spend time with our
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
I didn't
The
spend
way,
time with my
how's it
family,
minimizing the way? You
and
could take your family out
because
together on,
that's how I spend
people
time.
go on trips together as a family. People go to the movies together. That's not minimizing the time, the
Barely.
way you spend time with your family.
It is. That was one of the ways we as a family got together.
And a
They made a
dining
movie
room?
about it. Uh, what's the movie? Soul Food. They made a movie
No,
about it.
sweetheart. Let me tell you something. Soul Food was a
That
movie.
movie was in
Yeah,
the
they
dining
had
room.
family time, but the same way how they got together on Soul Food in the dining room, we got together at my grandmother's house in the kitchen. So what's up? That don't even make sense to me.
Yeah, no, but that's not what we
Yes, it
talking
is
about.
what we're
We're not
talking
talking about the
about. I
place.
just said that a dining room has nothing to do with
You
family time. A dining room only has something to do with the structure of a building. That's it. And your choices of what kind of house you want to live
you
in.
just gave an example of another place, but she wasn't talking about a per se a place that you can do it.
Yeah. I
No,
wasn't saying yeah,
a dining room was
you know,
made for a family to congregate and eat and
And
talk
so
even
was an
during of it.
eating kitchen.
and even though the thing is how I perceive the question, my thing is at the same time, not saying that you can't make your structure if it's limited, even if it eliminates a living room like a 1 bedroom studio. My thing is, I'm not saying that we don't, you is the structure of your home is not what you make it. You can't have your family time in the areas of your home and structure your home and create family time. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying that it's just kind of weird that certain people or certain places just struggle don't have eliminate of and I've been in many apartments and I seen some and some in them and some is not. And it was just kind of weird to me. And when
Hmm.
she posed the question, I was like, you are absolutely right. So I'm not sitting there saying that we can't make family time even in a bedroom if you just have a bedroom and a kitchen and a bathroom. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it just kind of weird the fact of the structure of that. It will put in the mindset of a human being that eliminates some family time because there's not that space. If you not really internally think about it, you really think about it. I mean, you internally really think about it. Some people wouldn't think like, okay, well, there's no table, so there's nowhere to eat. There's no family time. There's nowhere to sit, because some people don't always want to. Also, don't want to be in the living room. Everybody and that also that separates people where the child is in the room, the mother in her room, and there's 5 kids. That child in their room, that child in that room, and that child in that room. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying that you cannot create the family time and it can't be nowhere. I'm just posing a question of the fact of what me and her have. And I was just saying that, of course, I make family time when y'all even come here and we standing right there on the goddamn what's the name.
Hot as hell.
I understand what you're saying, but dining rooms has nothing to do with that. Dining rooms are still made right now in 2020,
But not
2021.
but you in some places, yeah, but not all.
Well,
Not all.
nobody said they were in all places. Just like back in
Yeah,
the day, dining rooms wasn't in all houses before.
mm-hmm.
It's the same. You just that everybody got an option on what do they want to choose? Like where they want to live at. Everybody, okay, babe, do you want a house with a dining room? Or do you want a house with a walk-in kitchen? Do you want a
Yeah, this
house with an eat-in kitchen?
if they want a 3-bedroom, big bath with a 2-car garage, or either
Right.
or one.
It's just an option of how
And
you want to
I
live.
was trying to make sure that you wasn't trying to think that I was saying that it was you cannot create, you can't create or make family time whatever. I
No,
was
I'm
just
not
saying
saying
it
I
was just
didn't say that you said that. What I'm
I was
saying,
just
this lady
trying
was not absolutely
to
right.
misinform anyone, because I'm like,
I'm just
hold up.
saying this lady was not absolutely right, because what she said to y'all was that we noticed that they stopped building houses, a lot of houses with dining rooms. Number one, ain't wrong, because they still building a lot of houses with dining rooms all over the United States. And number two, she said something about that's to minimize family times. And wrong. No, that's not. That's all I'm saying. And it's just that's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then absolutely everybody is definitely entitled to their opinion, and that's how it's called agree to disagree. So, but we got a lot of questions or comments opposed inside the comments of people that's saying Crystal said y'all gotta come to South Jersey. I guess it must be a little different there.
All over the world is different.
um you could have family time anywhere, absolutely, which I agree. And everyone knows that I make family time any fucking where. Y'all know me. And then Levon said I agree, family time is wherever you make it, absolutely. And let's see what else. Don't house I guess it mean a house don't really matter. It doesn't matter about the house. I guess that's what she meant. And me basically it just mean that you could, like you said, you could have family time absolutely anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And Levon said, I agree with Ash. I think you're making something out of nothing. If you want a dining room, the price of your location was higher.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then Crystal say, listen, if I have family time in the bathroom, at least we're still getting together and congregating. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And then Latoya said,
I ain't congregating with none of y'all in the bathroom. I'm sorry.
then
I'm,
Latoya said,
I'm sorry.
if your place is without a dining room and your family is eating in other parts of the house, it is up to you to bring your family together to eat. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, because it's times that my son come in my room and eat with me when he want to spend time with me, and it's times when we don't want to spend time with each other, and we just need that separation. So I absolutely agree, and like I said, you guys already know, like just standing right there on that what's the island, all 8 of us be right around the bitch,
Mm-hmm.
standing up, and still have the time.
Chilling.
Right, exactly. So I was like, lady, no, I don't know. I wish I was on that chat with y'all. I'll shut her right down. It's like, nah, I'm joking.
So,
I got a question for you
Yes,
guys.
sir.
What is what is something that you wish the black community would bring back?
mm, meaning that's a wide question. Like, you got meaning what, like? It could be anything that you wish they could bring back.
Yeah, and specifically the black community. I, of course, a good thing. Like, what is something that you wish black
That
people
we could
still
trust
did that
each
we
other.
don't
We
do
could
anymore?
trust our kids and stuff in each other houses.
I wish I could give you hearts
Cause
for that
remember
answer. I would
back in
love
the
that
day,
answer.
you was able to
Give you
discipline
fucking hearts,
somebody's
like.
kid. Like you'll be like, or you could look out for somebody kid. They walking down the street and they like, you like, oh,
Yeah.
hey, where you going? You know, and you just looking out for that kid. Nowadays, you say something to somebody kid, hey, where you going? You don't need to be doing that. Stop doing this. Stop doing that. You say something to somebody kid nowadays, they ready to come down the street and fight you. We need that reunite that.
Hmm.
I know times is different. Like everybody don't think the same. Drugs destroy us badly. Like, and we it's just not the same as back in the day. But I just wish that we all could get back together and have that village. It takes a village to raise a child. I wish we all could just have that
Mm-hmm.
again. All that big
Mm-hmm.
support system
I,
like Betty three
Yeah.
doors down. You know, we all know each other. We're neighbors. Love, love your neighbors like they family. I just wish we were able to do that again.
hmm
Yeah, that would have definitely been my answer in regards to just be able to actually have a support system and like your neighbor being able to chastise your Ash, mute your phone when you're not talking because it picks up an echo. And when you like your neighbors was able to chastise your children without you feeling like they gonna kill them.
Right.
Like they're not killing them, they just helping you raise the child. You know what I'm saying? They just picking up a little bit of maybe something that
hmm
your body lacking and that you ain't catch. You know what I'm saying? You back in the day, I remember hearing grandma said, and like I showed them like the neighbor that they trusted, especially when in the neighborhood, oh, Miss Jones beat, Aunt Shell ass or Uncle Mike ass, and then if you know what I'm saying, and if you come and tell your mother that you got your ass beat by the neighbor, she gonna beat your ass for you needing to get beaten by the neighbor. Because what you did, that the neighbor had
hmm
to beat you.
Right.
So absolutely. So I definitely say that right there because it's like you even say anything to somebody child, it's like damn, like okay, so you missed that your child just did something, or you missed the fact that your child was about to run out in the fucking street, but when I just caught your child for you want to get on at me like I'm crazy.
hmm Like, I wish we still had the camaraderie to boycott and not just step away from something to also come together to help each other out. I don't think we do that enough. Like, but I wasn't alive, but from what I read and saw about it, boycott was so powerful because we actually helped each other out, gave people rides, rented vans, and other people bought buses that could afford it back then. They bought buses to take people to work. I wish, I wish we were together like that.
That was something because when I watch them old movies, I'm like, shit, you ain't be a
Yeah.
thing. Ain't nobody doing
But like back in the day, it was also some black people who did not participate. Who did not get together. They stayed out of it. They didn't let their voice be
Uncle
heard.
Ruckus.
And the ones by
that.
them not letting their voice be heard, that branched off and that started multiplying a lot.
Hmm
And here we are, voila, right now.
Everybody want to be the rock star, but in every village is only one chief. Everybody can't be the face
Oh
of
my
something.
god, that's crazy.
So we just got no
Ooh.
odd position. Play your
Mm,
part.
mm, It's crazy you said that because I just said today that everybody is so many Indians. I mean, so many chiefs and not a many
So
Indians.
many chiefs. Yeah,
Jesus
that's
Christ
it.
have mercy. And my thing is, it's like, damn, it's okay for you to be coachable and teachable, and you ain't got to be able to think that you know every fucking thing. But that's how people is. Like you can't
Hmm
teach people anything because a person think they got it, they know everything, and it's crazy. It, it really is. But our millennials are like that definitely. Can't tell. shit.
Here we go. Here we go.
You know, that's
Here
funny
we
that you
go.
say that, Kwame, because a person that's 50 years old will call you a millennial. Just so you know,
Really?
yes. Just so you know that, because
Wow.
they be calling me that, and I'm far from millennial. Like, I'm way born way before that. And I be like, you got it mixed up. They like, no, we consider y'all millennials. It
So what the they send what? So what the hell did they actually look at the 19s and 20-year old as babies?
Anybody born late 70s, 80s, 90s, anybody born from the late 70s on out, is they consider us millennials.
They got their facts wrong then. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's stupid. It's broken. Anybody that think like that, they probably think women have to wear dresses to church. It's
Because I
retarded.
work around a lot of
It's
older
retarded
people, and they
because which
consider it. I got that answer from them.
Mm. Well, the,
is retarded because what you also saying is this is how you think. If you say that, if a woman doesn't want to be raped, she shouldn't wear skimpy clothes.
and I,
If we don't want to be shot, we shouldn't wear hoodies.
Hey, you know
You
what's
also
funny?
think
Because I
like
know
that.
somebody
It's
very,
stupid.
very, very close to me that thinks that way. And I ain't going to speak no names, but I hear it all the time. They always say, that girl shouldn't be wearing that stuff. How they say this? That girl shouldn't be wearing that stuff because if somebody rape her ass, she ain't got nothing to say. Yes, and
what?
Kwame, you heard that. Don't say
She
no
had
name,
nothing to say
but you
before the
heard
rape.
that
The
saying
fuck?
before, and you got into a real heated argument. So yes, what you're saying, Aaron, is right. Those there are the same people that think just like that,
Hmm.
just like that.
Just like that, and it's stupid. Oh, the rap music is destroying this. But what about your music that was considered uh, a
Mm-hmm.
rebellion? The blues wasn't always popular.
So what was the blues considered? Because teach me something.
The blues was just look at Ray Charles. Nobody liked that shit. Nobody they wasn't fucking with it back then
When I
when he first.
documentary in the movies and stuff, I was like, then they really was against him.
Yeah, they wasn't. Yeah, he got kicked out of Georgia. Like they wasn't fucking with him. But that's that era. That
Yeah,
that
but
think
I think
like
each
that.
era has its negative and its way of somebody think is wrong. Every era. When we go into 2020, somebody gonna think something wrong in that era too.
But theirs is detrimental. They thinking from like a Jim Crow. Like, all right, my grandmother used to say, "Get you some good
Mm-hmm.
white people." Aaron know how to find
Oh,
some white people. What does that even? You get what I'm saying? What does that even mean? Like the way I think about the young generation, I do think they're a little stupid, but I don't think like how my grandparents thought. Like
yeah.
that's extreme. Like I don't go to the extreme. I think they can learn something, but I'm not. I would rather teach them
Mm-hmm.
than talk about them,
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
and that's a millennial talking. Uh huh.
And we got our viewers that say, when our viewers say, yeah, bring back where it takes a village. Absolutely, you got to bring that back.
But I don't know about people
But
hitting
see,
my
that's
child. Like I don't
now.
really want other
That's
people
our mentality
like.
now. But we talking about.
Exactly.
But I didn't want other people hitting me back then either.
Mm.
Well, it's not all about the hitting
I don't
part. We said it taking a village to raise a child. Not everybody hit or use.
Yes,
hits. Yeah,
true.
people.
Right.
Everybody
And not
discipline
that
is not physical.
what we're saying is we wish that we all could be as tight as a community like we was before. We were all like family. Like if your
Yeah,
child was hungry, we
Like
yeah.
made
when
sure they ate.
I agree
I,
with
So you
that
so
100%.
if you was
I would
hungry
want.
back in the day, you didn't want nobody seeing you at their table feeding you. Okay.
No, I'm not saying that at
Yeah,
all.
but being in the black
I was only
community was
talking that
was
one
not only
specific part.
targeted towards having somebody whoop your child. We said discipline. We didn't say whoop or beat. We said discipline.
Well, yeah, I
Because
know that.
discipline can mean anything. Okay, you was acting up at school today. Your mother ain't get home yet. Bring your ass in this house. Sit down. Don't turn on my TV and wait till they get home. That's discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I would want that. Of course, I would want it. Do
Not
I trust that will happen?
nowadays, but we're talking about
No,
Not
because
anymore.
of
before. We're talking
yeah.
about we wish that happened before.
I know, I know. I'm saying I understand why it can't happen today to a certain extent. I mean, certain people in the neighborhood, yes, but nah, this ain't even. I don't think I could be comfortable with the neighborhood raising my child, because some people fuck the fuck up,
Are
and
you talking about in the back in the day or you talking
nah,
about
you can't
now?
make an impression on my child like that.
Because not
Both of
everybody
them,
trusted each other back in the day either.
both.
Because a lot of us know that Betty Mae's son was a
Of
rapist
course,
back in the day. So what did we do? We protected the kids and the children in the neighborhood from
In
Betty
the
Mae's son.
neighborhood. Yeah, exactly. And told them,
well, did you?
told them, do you see
Time
that
out.
house
Did
right
you?
there? Don't go
Exactly.
near that house.
But time out. Did you? Did you? Did you protect the kids? Is Betty Mae's? I hope it's not a real person. Is Betty Mae's
Most
son
likely that's
arrested
probably
for
why
this?
they spent like, come on now.
Because if
You know they was grabbing up black people left and right, no matter what crime.
no, 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 no.
Did.
I'm not. I'm.
So of course they
Of
was
course,
in
I'm
jail.
not
You
denying
asked me
that.
a
I'm
question,
saying
but we really want to
we
make
got to get
sense.
rid of
Like
that.
when we
That.
ask questions, we want to start making sense out of these questions.
Yeah.
Back in the day, if a black person
Yeah.
stole cigarettes out of a store,
The
we were
question made
locked
sense.
up. If we looked at a white woman, we were locked up. So if he was a rapist, he was
I
locked
ain't going there.
up.
I ain't going there. I'm not going there. Is he? Is he? Because we all got creepy uncles, and we all can go see our creepy uncles still, and we all and she like you just said, don't go to that house right
Now,
there.
now see that part. I have to agree with Aaron on that one because I got a lot of tea and information from people's stories I heard in the past few days that basically those people are not locked up and they see them people every day or
So
either
you
at
agreeing with Aaron just because these
because
people see these people? Okay.
because I because the thing is it's the uncle or it was the father's brother or a family friend, and then at those times either I don't see I don't want to tell. Okay, just example, there was a female that basically ended up saying a story where I think it was her mother, no, I think her mother's brother or either nephew ended up raping her, and the father basically the father knew and actually walked in one time when the situation happened. She went to her father to tell her father, like, hey, this been going on. It's not the first time. But her father sat there and told her, keep it hush, keep it quiet, because don't tell your mother because that was one of the favorite nephews in the family or something like that. So and that's not the first story. I heard that in the past week when people sit there and had those situations and they actually had to face these people on either the holiday seasons or they still out in the free world and they walking around with this
Well,
trauma.
if they were, I ain't trying to blame
So
them
that
as a
part,
victim, but if they walking around with trauma, that's because they did not go to the authorities with that story.
so when he's saying that part in regards of really is they really locked up? Because a lot of people that did shit
Why
like
should they
that is
be
not
locked up
locked
though?
up.
If the victim never went to the cops with the what?
Because they can hurt
Oh,
someone else,
I don't care
and
if
that
they can hurt
as
someone else. You hurt me, I'm hurting you.
why should
Period.
they be
That's
locked
it.
up?
That's not
I'm not
revenge.
speaking
That's
on revenge.
protecting
I ain't
yourself.
speaking on revenge.
Excuse me.
If you hurt
Any
me, I hurt you.
woman,
That's
I
called
don't care if it
revenge.
was your
If you hurt
motherfucking
me, I
brother,
hurt
father,
you.
sister, uncle, cousin, if you got raped by somebody in the family and you told somebody in your family and they didn't believe you, why didn't you go to the authorities is what I'm saying.
And see, Ashley, you gotta realize that.
Oh man, a man, if he was
I'm not a
molested by
woman. I
his
can't
aunt
answer that question.
and
Like
nobody in the
honestly,
family,
like
Yeah, because
nobody,
boys.
I know that this is common, but at the end of the day, the thing that kills me about these kind of stories, and this is just me, I don't have to agree with nobody, I don't have to feel the way nobody feel. People come out the world worth 10, 15 years later. People tell these stories when they're young and they tell family members, nobody's believing them. But that's the reason why we have authorities. This is the reason why we have authorities for you to go and tell them you was touched inappropriately, you was raped. You tell them.
Yeah, Ashley, you are absolutely right. However, it doesn't happen that way when there's a child and there's somebody, because you got to realize that our parents ain't had the tools that end up being a domino effect of know how to deal with things. And the thing is, that 8-year-old boy or girl could have went to the authority, but at the same time, that 8-year-old boy sat there and felt like, damn, if my mother or father or people in my family ain't believe me, what makes me think that the authority will believe me? You know what I'm saying? That puts a child in a stuck place to not to be able to move in that force. So, and then in regards to go back to the fact is, I sat there and say that, yeah, there is people walking around here that's still free in the world that done those bullshit ass things. I'm not saying that is right, and I'm not sitting there saying that they shouldn't be locked up. But the situation at hand, whenever this little girl or boy was 8, 10, 11, 12, or whatever age, that trauma's a child. And it's easy for anybody to sit there and say what they saying right now until you in that situation. Some people will go. Some people will go and say, fuck you, you ain't believe me, but I'm definitely going to call, I'm going to somebody, I'm going to the cops. But then that's, you gotta remember some people that weakens a person, that strikes a person, that trauma a person. And it's people that's
yeah, hold on to
and
that
those
guilt
traumas
for
is walking around
years.
with PTSD from those traumas. So it's not saying we're not saying we don't agree with you, but there's motherfuckers walking around that should be locked up, but they're not. And as you sit there and say, why should they? No, the person ain't go to the authority. No, so that's why they still out here.
And plus, let's not forget the fact that we don't get justice. So no, I can understand why somebody wouldn't go to the authority. They ain't never seen us get true justice. They ain't never seen it. Why do I need to go tell the cops when every time every time somebody looks like me tell the police, it's passed over. New York got the most rape kits,
That's
the most rape
unlawful.
kits in the world that just that like won't get. And those women, men, women, children, they they won't see the light of day. Like they don't have a voice. So I understand why some people wouldn't go to the authorities. Is it right? I mean, I don't know. I can't speak on it, but like I
And
feel for it.
nowadays,
Yes.
Ashley,
I'm
what are
not
you
doing
doing?
nothing. That ain't me.
That's
She cooking.
a whole lot.
I ain't
Pots
got
and
no pots going.
No, I ain't say pots. I said so. It's coming through.
No, I
Yeah,
did.
I
I
ain't even
did.
moving around.
But yeah,
If this thing can pick up echoes like that, that's
but
crazy.
But anyway, so in regards to the fact of some kids basically end up nowadays, I hopefully we got one viewer say that kids would now tell. Yeah, I will hope that kids would now tell. I wish to hope kids that would tell back then too, but it didn't went that way. Some kids told, some kids didn't. And then We also got a viewer that say telling the authorities is easier said than done. Exactly what I said. A lot of homes were raised and being taught what goes on in the home stays in the house. A lot of victims were threatened and just afraid, and that's true too because you get threatened by your the person that that's victimizing you. They said they were like, you tell anybody, you da 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 da, and that fears a child. Or I heard a story
Mm-hmm.
one time on Iyama where the lady said that the person told her, well, if you even think about telling somebody, guess what? They're not gonna believe you anyway. So just imagine you telling that to an 8-year-old. So and then we got another viewer say, oh, you could get PSTD by choice. You can get help if you choose. I don't know. No. Oh, okay. On that one, I have to PTSD. You don't get PTSD by choice.
Wait. Who said that? We're gonna hold that person accountable because you're absolutely wrong. Absolutely
Yeah.
at 100% wrong. The like 100% post dramatic stress. So that means something dramatic has to happen, and then you can't get over it.
That's not.
So
Yeah.
I don't think
That's
that's
not.
a choice. That's Yeah. You kind of sounding like Kanye
And
right now.
another person say it lets be honest. Therapy is more acceptable now, but back in the day, it's true. Back in the day, it wasn't. It's more acceptable now, but back in the day, it absolutely was not acceptable. Because especially with this back in the day, where, like she said, what goes in my house stays in the house. Pray about it, sweep it under the rug,
Hmm.
don't tell nobody. And that's how those people that sat there and manipulated and sat there and victimized these kids, that's what they was doing because they knew they was able to do it. By saying, oh, if you tell anybody, nobody ain't gonna believe you. Or you better make sure to stay between me and you. It would just it was so much and they
Hmm.
they didn't tell. And my thing is it always either be somebody close to the family or either someone in the family. Um Okay, so in regards to what you said, Toya, explain that a little bit more in regards to what you said. If you did not say that, because the way I'm reading it, I'm reading it how you put it. You said you get
So he
PT.
said,
You said you
she's
get
like,
P.
no, don't say
You
it.
you get PTSD by choice. You can get help if you choose. So maybe you probably mean something else and you wrote it another way, but I'm reading it the way you giving it to me. So she said, okay,
I know she's gonna
so
curse
Harry,
me
she
out later.
explaining it now. So she said, what I said was you can get help. Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. Maybe you was typing too fast and your whole dialogue went complete whoosh. Because now you putting it in order. She said, what I said was you can get help for PTSD. That's why there's therapy. Absolutely, you can get help. And that's the thing why I like the fact that everybody right now is so advocate about mental health. You know what I'm saying? And about just getting help for it.
Hmm.
And that right now, especially with these times that a lot of people that's being stuck in the house, they sit there and they got anxiety. They have anxiety, depression, and this whole being stuck in the house is even making it worse because some people can't handle being in the house, especially being if you're alone. It brings
Yeah.
more anxiety and depression out of you more than anything. So I'm glad that they got this online therapy and counseling that you could do, and certain organizations have it for free. And if you got a job, you could get things for free certain sessions or whatever with your insurance. But other than that,
I mean, I don't know about. All right, so I'm not making a joke, but when y'all say back in the day, I don't know about that. I don't know where y'all coming from when y'all say that. I know I've
mm-hmm,
always went to talk to somebody, and I could say honestly, it wasn't like I never told nobody because it kind of still was. Oh, you going to therapy? You crazy? But
mm-hmm,
I've always done it, so interested to hear why you like. Why was it something that we just didn't do?
What back in the day? Well, that was a cute.
What you see now?
Yeah,
What?
Okay.
Yeah, they could see it. Yeah. So I would when we say
like go to therapy. Like why was it? Why is it or was it so stigmatized when y'all were growing up?
well, I know when I was growing up, I had people I could go to and I was able to talk to. So now my thing is, and thank God that there's nobody that I could personally say I know that had dealt or been in that situation. But when we say back in the day, that's like a lot of women or men that's basically like in their 50s, 60s, and 70s where they have situations, or either could be women that's even in my age or sat there and didn't stuff happen. And honestly, it could be any year, any time. And it just happened. Like if your
Hmm.
uncle ended up raping you, your dad friend did something wrong to you or touched you inappropriately. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, it all depends on the situation. No, it all depends on the situation where it's in your household. You didn't create that dialogue with one, which with the your family and your child, and two, if the person that was doing this actually threaten you. Like you ate. What the fuck can you really like? What do you like? What can you do?
Hmm.
And especially if you know this person, you trust this person been around you all your life, and it's in there saying you looking at this person as a adult figure. It's like, what can you do if they sit there and say you fucking tell anybody? Nobody ain't gonna believe you. You gonna believe that motherfucker telling the truth. So it's like, what
Hmm.
can you do but sit there and you holding all this in and everything that's happening, and it's not like it happened only one time. It happened multiple times. But yeah, that's a very very touchy subject. It really is, and it just crazy because, like I said, I heard so many different stories.
It's just so deep. Like it's like you can take that so far. Like why don't black people tell the police?
Mm-hmm.
Like I know the answer I would give now, and I know I kind of understand
Mm-hmm.
why it's like that, but
Yeah.
even that it can get deep, and it could tie into
Mm-hmm.
what we were saying talking about before. Like why aren't we comfortable with telling the police? And I'm not saying snitching like that. I'm talking about if you're victimized from that type of crime. Like why aren't we comfortable with saying this, hold this person accountable. I want justice.
Yeah.
This person assaulted me. Like it's to me that's
I
it's
don't
like
get it either.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
why
don't
every
get it.
time
Like
women
I
want
don't
to
know.
come to the Woolworth 15 and 20 years
And
later, I don't even entertain it.
Mm.
it's I I haven't really heard a lot of women take your stance actually, but it's kind of like why
I
don't you
didn't say
believe it?
that I didn't
And I'm not
believe
like
that they
attacking you.
were.
I want to know.
I said I don't
You say she
entertain
don't
it
entertain it after.
because to me it's like, why now? You
Hmm.
should have been said something. And I
Okay,
understand. I already
so
heard people say because they were labeled or deemed crazy, or they didn't want to put that stigma on their family, whatever the case may be. That's just
mm,
me. When you coming out the Woolworth years and years later and say, hey, this person did this to me, this person did that to me, I don't entertain it. I'm not saying that they never was touched because I wasn't there and I can't judge based off of that. I'm just saying I don't give them type of situations my energy because you're just now saying something years later when you could have said something back then. But hey, that's just me. And I mean that's just me. I didn't
Mm.
watch the Bill Cosby case.
Well,
I ain't even watched them other people cases that, them a whole lot of men has been accused, lately in the
mm,
forthcoming year, these past couple of years a lot of men been accused and stuff like that. I didn't entertain
Mm-hmm.
any of them cases. Now, yeah, they might have been date rape. Hey, they was. But it's like when it's something like that to me, it's like, okay, well, why now? You should have been had said something. None of them said, well, I told the NYPD. None of them said they told the LA. And what
No,
happened?
actually, some of them did say that. Like I said, it
Because
was
9 times
passed
10
over.
of who he was, probably. But I, uh-huh.
Like they've been making jokes about this. Like Harvey Weinstein, they were saying, "Oh, I know I'm brave. I stayed over Harvey Weinstein's house." That that's this
That
is
stuff been
known.
going on in
This
the
stuff is
industry
Mm-hmm.
known.
for years. It's like actually say in regards to that, like I don't know. To me, it probably sad that I'm what I'm about to say, but it
I mean,
to
speak the truth.
me
Like, can't nobody condemn you
when
for
it
that.
comes to a celebrity and women come out because just like I said, I didn't entertain the Bill Cosby thing or I didn't entertain the R. Kelly thing because I felt like with the R. Kelly situation, I felt like because he stopped paying them families, that's when they got mad. And now they want to sit there and say, you're not giving us money no more. Now we about to talk. Because if you guys, when I only looked at 3 episodes when it came on Lifetime, and I caught some shit that I'm
Hmm.
surprised that the editors, the people that was recording, they probably recorded too, but that's why they edit and make sure that shit was in there. Cause I'm like, huh? You contradicting yourself. Because for this mother and this daughter to be on there and say, um, he did this to my daughter, but when your daughter first told you that she was about to fly to Los Angeles, you asked her where she was going. She said, I'm going to go see R. Kelly. He's flying me out to Los Angeles. As a mother, you're not stopping your 16-year-old daughter and you not smacking that little bitch and saying, sit your little ass. So you going to just let her go with a grown ass man. You know how old this man is. And 9 times 10 back then at that time, he probably was like about 28. Still, he was a grown
Right.
ass man. So you can't sit there and say, I'm sorry, I can't just believe some of that stuff. Like them parents knew what the fuck they was going, it was what that was happening. And it's not the first time I said this is the first time I'm saying it on our platform to the fact that people now going now hear me say it more than the other people just in close to me. But I don't like he stopped paying them, they stopped getting paid, and they got mad because the checks stopped coming. And then with the Bill Cosby situation, I feel like because he didn't put you on, now you want to fucking speak because now your income looking whacking weak even after 50, 60 years old. But you knew that already. You knew that already. When you left out his hotel room, you see yourself on a show within the next 2 or 3 months, you knew you wasn't gonna get put the fuck on. So why now you want to hold on after 56 years old? Now the bank account looking dry, your skin looking dried up. You can't get no gigs. Your resume looking fucking horrible, and your headshots, people looking like nigga, bitch. You've been out the industry for how long, or you haven't even been touched the industry. Now you want to start. Y'all want to start coming out like butterflies and roaches when you cut the light on in the kitchen. Nah, that's why I say when it comes to celebrities with those certain things with celebrities, I just can't because I need to do my own research. I need to look into it more deeper than that. Because everybody always trying to drain a celebrity because they're like, oh, he's a celebrity, so he got money, so we gonna do whatever. Motherfuckers manipulative niggas will try to get an inch and take a whole mile out of a celebrity.
Mhm. I, I just don't think that because you're a celebrity, I should change my feelings about it. You married someone when they were 15 years old. Now, granted, that person may not have said anything
Mm-hmm.
about it. That little, because Aaliyah was a little girl, a
Exactly.
15-year-old girl. Her family was okay with it. That still don't make the shit right. You still sick, my guy. Like
But my thing
you
is,
you
everybody
still sick. Try to
around
marry my
him that's
15 year
saying
old.
he's sick, right?
I'm gonna burn your
And
house down.
everybody knew what he was doing, right? All the
A
people he
lot
was
of
paying,
people.
right? Everybody that oh, wait. Let me do this.
They are also
Everybody that
sick.
was sitting there that was on his payroll, right? No, but he wasn't sick when they was getting paid. When he got
Hmm.
all that the records, platinum, all that shit that was going. But now he got to file bankruptcy. Now when there's a little bit the bank account a little shaky. And now he's saying, damn, I can't sit there and think about everybody now. I got to think about my 5 or 6 kids and just me. So now what everybody do? Oh, now you sick
Hmm.
because we're not on the payroll. You ain't paying us no more. Everybody knew he was already sick, and nobody gave him help. Nobody.
Well,
And then on top of that, because
that's only
they
for the
was on
people that was
payroll,
there.
because he
I
was
wasn't
putting them
there.
on, because he was tapping them in, and getting them to come up, because he already had his foot all the way in the door. So they was holding on to his coattail to get in the door where he was at. So now for them to sit there and hold on his coattail, they wasn't saying he was sick. They wasn't saying he needed to try to get him help, and they wasn't caring about the girls that when he was in that RV or the bus, the tour bus with Aaliyah, and him and her had their personal room in the back of that tour bus. And everybody seen them go in the back on that bus, but nobody ain't say nothing. Nobody tried to stop it. And her parents and all the other parents of these girls was cool with it until the bank account got dry and he could not sit there and care about nobody else no more but himself and his children. Now everybody want to sit there and say, oh, now he's sick. Fuck him because we not on his payroll.
But I mean, that's for the people that were there. That was a part of it. You can't sit around me and tell me you're having sex with a 15-year-old and think it ain't gonna be some furniture moving. No, that don't sit well with me. Now, what them niggas did, them niggas need to be locked the fuck up too. I'm not sure, but that might be accessory or something like accessory to child molestation, something. I don't know. Don't quote me. But they
Mm-hmm.
are also
Condoned it. You
also
condoned.
so you
You
played a
kept it a
part in it.
secret.
Like
You hid it.
where
You
I'm
made sure
coming
that
from.
he was
Like yeah,
protected in
you
everything
can
he did.
you
But until he stopped paying them, that's when now everybody want to come out. And and even like with the representative, that black guy, the
like
representative that was representing him with his lawyer, I guess he decided to wake up and say, hold up, this shit don't even feel right. So he decided to go, whoop, I'm gonna turn to the family and not represent this man in his case no more and speak on his behalf. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's
mhm.
what those many other people that was on that tour bus and on them tours and all on his coattail and his payroll did too. But no.
Like and one of them episodes, like there was a producer and he said he went to a party at R. Kelly's house and he was just standing there and he just saw pubescent girls. So he left. Like what? Like bro, like you ain't think to say no, like if you describe anybody as pubescent, like I can't even say the word right. That like what makes you think they should be running around in bikinis, bro? Like at a house party with grown at like you don't think to say
No,
yo
because
I gotta
if he
shut this
would have
down?
said something, if he would have became the no guy, R. Kelly would have fired. He would have not got paid no more because he had all yes people around him. That's what it was, and that's wrong. And that's the fucked up thing about a lot. Well, it's not many happening now in the industry, but majority back then, oh, they had yes people all around them.
Yeah. I better not ever see none of them dudes at a protect our black women rally because you clearly didn't. Like to me that shit is sick, bro. Like
And then so we
that
basically
shit's sad.
was that say a lot of victims benefited in a way as well. It was about supply and demand sometimes. The rapist supplied money, housing, and etc. Exactly. And so people wouldn't tell because of the fear of what else they will lose. Exactly. They didn't want to lose that.
Exactly. She sure did. I'm
You
like,
say,
what happened?
You
what
froze on us,
happened?
Q.
Oh,
You froze all over.
oh, I don't know what part,
You
but just
froze on us.
because of the fact he stopped,
Yeah,
end up
mid word,
providing
you
that
froze.
check and also that lifestyle that he was giving them so they can be
Check.
able to live. That's what they now want to say, oh, now we're about to rat on you.
But that's a human mentality, period. Like, that's human mentality, no matter what form you put that in. That's just like having a baby mother and you supplying a roof over her head, food in her mouth, y'all living good, y'all living happy. And she good with all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But the minute you decide to move on with the next chick, now she coming out the woodwork and she putting your ass on child support because now you ain't supplying that housing, you ain't putting that food in the house, y'all ain't happy no more. So now she coming out the woodwork and she on that rah-rah shit. That's the same thing with a human mentality, no matter what situation. If we ain't good no more, we ain't good no more. That's
And
with any situation.
and that's crazy. And I'm sorry, I just don't have no room for that. And like even with, I'm sorry, like
I just had to compare that because it's
yo,
human
no,
nature.
but you right. Because if you think about it, but I just wasn't one of them baby mothers. I wanted my son father out my fucking life. You don't. Ain't no we good. As long as you and your son good, I'm good. This don't come this way. Period. I don't. It ain't no. As long as we ain't good, we ain't good. Nah, you and your son go over there on Rainbow La La Land. Leave me alone. Mm-mm. So a lot of stuff that I be hearing, like baby mothers say that they do. I'm like, girl, I couldn't even imagine. Cause I want to say something, but I ain't gonna say. I'm gonna keep that shit to myself. But actually, how I feel.
Like, yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have kids.
I'll tell you the truth about it. I don't know how to
Mm.
co-parent. It is so hard. Yeah, I have a daughter. It is so hard to co-parent. It's like our
Mm,
co-parent is non-existent. There's nothing co about this. She does one thing, I do another thing. There's nothing joint, ain't nothing, I don't know. Ain't nothing together. Like sometimes she tell her one thing and it's so retarded. Like I automatically gotta
mm-hmm.
no, you can't think like that. Like this is the truth. To the point where I won't lie to my child. No, baby. Me and your mommy not friends. Like it's that serious. We not friends.
Mm.
No, baby, I do want to see you. Your mommy won't let me.
Whew.
Like I don't know how to this co-parenting shit. Like it's so hard, bro. It's so hard. I don't know. If you got advice, put it in the chat. Like type with the speed of
Well, one of our
fucking
viewers
Allah.
asking
Like
you what's
I
hard
don't
about
know,
it, but
bro. Like
you're
let me know
explaining it,
something.
so.
What's hard about it? All right. So when
Mm.
when the relationship, how I feel, the relationship is so broken. She's doing everything she can to deny me access, not just access, can't just say access, deny a bond between me and my child. You're talking, I'm talking about a woman that said, don't
Huh?
tell her you're her father. Don't tell her you're her real dad. Continue to tell her this other guy is her dad. Wait till she grows up and not explain the family structure. I gotta like, and then I have to come behind that and break it. No, baby girl,
They asked you how
daddy,
old is
dad,
your
father,
daughter?
it's the same thing. It all means the same thing.
Mm.
That is me.
Confusing that kid.
Very
Six.
much.
6. Confusion to the point where my daughter looking at me. I had to sit on the washing machine, baby. I'm your daddy. Like, you my father? Like, yeah. So that's my.
Your baby
I'm like,
mother
no, that's your
is
mother's boyfriend.
confused and
Like,
broken.
what?
She is broken, and I don't know what happened in y'all relationship, but I think
You only speak. You
I don't
speaking
want to bash
your
like I don't
experience.
want
You
I don't want anybody to
speaking
think
your
I'm bashing
experience.
her.
See, I hate
I
when
just
people
told the
say that.
truth.
You're
You
speaking
feel
your
me?
experience, and they ask,
nobody's thinking you bashing her.
I
She
mean, one, I
bashing
gotta say
herself
that
by
because
what
it's
she's
like
doing, her
it's live.
actions. You
So
bashing
I gotta
yourself
make sure
when
it's
you doing that.
and I've Q, you know me. I've always said I ain't 100% right in this situation.
mm-hmm.
I've dropped the ball on many occasions
When
on
females
shit,
do stuff
but
like
I ain't
that, that's
never did
because
that.
they still have
Like
feelings and
I
emotions
ain't nowhere
involved. So
near
they
that.
being spiteful and petty.
um, they ask
She need to let that go.
visitation rights.
She need to let that go. Like I've
What you
given
say,
this
Qua?
woman,
The the people in the chat
yeah,
asked, "Do
yeah.
he have?" One
Uh,
person asked, "Do he have
y'all want to go there?
visitation rights?"
Y'all want to go there?
Go. It's called, hello. Wait, hey, go.
I mean, can we go there, Q? Because I don't want to make this the wake up better. All right. So the way it works, right, and from my own personal experience and how I feel, whoever controls the money controls the child. So she controls the money, meaning I pay her. Now, if I don't pay, New Jersey is going to subpoena me to come to court. Why are you not paying? Da, 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 da. This is what you got to pay. Now, if she doesn't give me that child on my scheduled days, and I can go to the police department, I can hire a lawyer, nothing is going to happen to her, in my opinion. Everyone always say, "Oh, they're going to issue her a warrant."
That's
I've
sad.
been to court 37 times in 6 years. Well, 5 years because last year was Corona. Nothing
Mhm.
changed. Nothing's changed. It might change for a couple months, and then she hits me with, "Oh, either
Mm.
she says she doesn't want to
Yeah, I
come,
hear that a
or
lot with
we
the
made
men
plans."
who ain't with their baby mothers. They do get a really hard time with their kids. The women be like, "Oh well, we made plans already," or "She can't come on this day." I hear a lot of that, and that's sad. That's because them women be broken emotionally. They still have feelings and emotions involved. So now they're going to do whatever they can to sit up there and make these men life a living hell. But let me tell you something, future baby mothers. I got two boys. I will make your life a living hell if you have. And I hope my kids get married before they start having kids so they don't have to
Exactly.
go through this, and
They
even
still go
marriage
through
go
it.
through
You
this
just hope that they
after the
actually
breakup,
get somebody that's really healthy and
Right.
that has some family.
Yes. I'm gonna encourage them to get them somebody who had a mother and a father in the home the whole time. Cause I'm going to literally choke
I'm,
somebody's daughter. For real. I'm gonna choke the shit out of somebody's daughter if they try that shit with
I
my
know that's
son.
right. I feel the same way because at
Well,
the end of the day, those your grandchildren. It's like you want to that,
right. Like, come
and
on.
it's crazy because I know a person that goes. I know a person that goes do this, and
A couple
you
of
and
guys
everybody
all
else.
over.
And that's
Yeah, your
crazy.
little cousin.
And many other motherfuckers that's out there that goes do it. And that's just crazy to me. I don't know.
Like I won't get like into taxes and stuff like that. But there's so much that went on with my situation that if I said it, you'll just be like, "Yo, I can't believe like I feel sorry for you." And I don't really want it, but I know you'll say it. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I'm always the bad guy in the situation. Let's say I can't make it for a Saturday. I say, yo, I can't make Saturday. What about Tuesday? Oh my God, you never want to get on it, like, yo.
Oh, hell
And then
no.
I don't see my daughter for 6,
Oh,
7 months.
hell no.
I gotta watch her grow up on
So wait,
Instagram. Like, baby, you
so
missing teeth?
oh my God, this is ridiculous. So you telling
Like,
me, okay, so you say you have visitation right, but it's more control over the money. So so basically, if you don't have the money, you won't see her. If you have the money, you will see
yeah,
her.
it's the money. I pay this woman a lot of money.
That's crazy. So
Yeah,
do you guys, is these visitations is actually is
pretty much.
strategized out in the courts, or this is something between, and so
Yeah,
against the
it's
agreement
in
that the judge and
it's
the courts
I'm
have
supposed to get
established for
in
y'all.
every other
You could
weekend
sit
from
there,
this
you
time to
could
that
report
time.
her on that.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I missed it.
Yeah, he
bruh.
went over that already.
I missed that.
I
Would have
did
been.
not say that. Isn't that one of the first things I said? I
And
know
what did they
everybody say it
and what did
37
they
times.
say?
I've been there
And what the
37
court say
times.
when you went?
The only thing I've gotten is 3 days. That's the most I can keep my child. Uh, Miss blah blah blah. You have to let him see the child. You have to produce the child on his scheduled visitation days. It was to the like one time I beat her so bad in court, and her lawyer, like the judge, literally came down and shook my hand. Like he was like, "Yo, you're the only person I've ever seen do this."
Mm.
And this is big facts. This on my grand like big facts on my grandmother. Like came off the bench and shook my hand, and still she it if she doesn't want to comply, she just, oh, I don't, you don't do this, so I don't do this. It's like, bro, like give or take. It's like I gotta take what I get. I only get stolen moments from my daughter. This,
Wow.
matter of fact, this past weekend when I
And
was
this
with her
is
when I
the
called
fact
you,
that so
I
many
didn't see
women
her in
saying
three,
that
four
they,
months.
so many women saying that the children need their fathers, but then this is what happened.
Yeah, she went to court and said, yeah, like her lawyer did some dumb shit and wrote like a disposition and everything. It said, I want my daughter to have a strong relationship with the father. I said, you moved 4 times, you changed your number 6 times in 1 year. I ain't get none of them. How?
Yeah.
So when I say I don't know how to co-parent, I don't know because this
So
this is only
we have
parenting on
viewers
her
that
side.
basically
Like I'm
say,
willing to do it. It's just
"What happened? Why
not
you
at this
went
time.
out?" Oh, okay. So we do have I said, well, I call them families.
No, no, no.
Um, is some, but not. I don't know. Some of them are not, but I still call them family. So one say not on the choking, but having standard. She talking about what Ashley said. Y'all choke a bitch. Not on the choking, but having a standardized household. A lot. None of another person said a lot of it is learned behavior. They were raised that way, so they think it's normal to behave like that. Um, well, you already answered this. It's court ordered, absolutely. And have you tried to get divided custody? So he's on mute right now. So
We talking to. All right. If you can explain what's divided custody, that's something new, and I've never heard of divided custody.
so Levon, if you could be able to explain divided custody, he's definitely. I think that'd be some extra information you'd be helping him with for real, for real. And then Felicia said, "Have you tried?" Oh, damn! They both said it. Divided custody, and also who ended the relationship? You talking, but you mute. You
Yeah. So I ended the relationship, and if you want to know the story, I'll tell you. She, I was the side nigga. I did not know she was in a relationship, and that was my girlfriend. I got like she butt down me, and she was with the other dude, and
Mhm.
some things were said, and
Mhm.
I mean, I could read the text message. I still got it. And then she told me this wasn't my child, so I ended the relationship. And I got
Mm.
like 7 months later, my friend, a good friend, called me like, "Yo, you seen this little girl?" I'm like, "Nah, like I talk to her, I don't follow it, nothing like that. I don't think about it." Then my sister called me like, "Yo, put a picture of me, my grandmother, up close, me, my grandmother, her, like next to each other. Like, yo, it kind of look like us, but it's still a baby. And you know, like babies, like monkey cute, where it's like they cute, but they still a monkey. So
Mm-hmm.
you couldn't really tell. So I just went beating down her door. The next day, I remember, uh, me and my mother, 6:35 in the morning, went beating down her door. Like, yo, what's going on? I sent that little girl. I'm like, I think. And then we went through like the court process and everything like that.
Who a monkey though? Who was the monkey?
No, I ain't called nobody a monkey. I said, I said, you know, babies like they. What I meant was, like, you can't judge paternity off of how a baby looks because they kind of look like everybody. They cute on one angle, they ugly on another angle. That's what I meant.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
And the one viewer say, did you get a DNA test
I
to confirm?
Yeah,
Okay. Mm-mm. Yeah, pray. All I can say, praise Jesus and hope that all comes out and that baby do not grow up with some traumatic emotional distress.
and, but me and my daughter, we so close. Like our bond is so strong. She like daddy. I don't believe that. Like the slick shit her mother said. Like when I talk to her on FaceTime, it's like, nah, daddy, I miss you. I don't believe none of that. Like she tried to sneak me over there. Daddy, mommy not here. I'm at Auntie Sam's house. Come over now. Like,
Mm-mm. But when she get old, and you say she's 6, right?
yeah, she's six.
When she get gonna end up making her own decisions on where she want to be most in, and she could start navigating where where she choose to be and who she choose to be with.
I can't
Right now,
wait. I can't wait till she get over there. Cause I want my baby with me every
so they
day.
say divided custody generally means each parent is a custodian of the same child for different finite or different what finite periods of time or different I guess a different period of time. You read that again.
That sounds like
Yeah, yeah,
split custody to me.
yeah.
Divided custody generally means each parent is custodian of the same child for different periods. Yeah, so yeah, that's what and then she said it is split custody.
Oh, okay. Um, I didn't know it was called divided custody. I just knew I know what they're talking about now, but I didn't know
It's
that was
called split custody. It's the same
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Gotcha. Mm-mm. But listen, I just hope that that baby just realize later on
And
the truth.
to respond to that, right? In my case, I can't speak for everybody, and I'm not trying to be a voice for guys. Like I'm not trying to do that. I know in my case, and 100% honesty, when the judge said, "Is she a bad mother?" I said no.
Mm-hmm.
To my child, she's not. My child is well taken care of at her house. I don't never got to worry about no no dude hitting her, nothing like that. Like my child is the smartest little girl in the world. So no, I can't say like if someone was going to ask about taking her, no.
Yeah.
Like to my daughter's mother is a great mother. Now to me, she fucked up, fucked
Mm.
horrible person to me.
Go to sleep.
But if I'm being honest, my daughter's mother is a great mother to my child.
Gotcha.
She don't have no bruises, nothing like that. She go to school, like she's been reading since she was 3 years old. So she's clearly doing stuff, interacting with it. So if anybody was going to go there with it, nah, I ain't thinking about like. I
Yeah.
would love to have my child because that's my child, but I ain't think about taking my child. Like, nah,
Yeah, yeah.
I was
They
only.
didn't say take. They said ask for split custody.
I know, like I said, if anybody was going there, or if I gave the impression that I want to take, nah, I don't want to do that.
Okay, so
No.
That's
he
not
don't
where I'm
want
going.
split custody.
Well, I would take that, but I'm talking. I said what I said. I'm talking about taking. If anybody was going there, or if
No,
anybody
no, no.
think,
Nobody said
No,
that.
we
I
basically making
I
sure that
know
you get the enough time that your child get quality time that you need with her and she needs with you, because right now it just seems like it's just a goddamn
it
mess.
is. It is a
And
hot mess.
but no one want you to take your child. We want the child to have both parents and spend both quality time with the child.
Right.
But yeah, and I don't think they far from thinking that, because they sitting there throwing out ideas for your big head ass.
I was just saying if the big word was if. I don't want to give the impression because I'm being
No, we
You
don't
authentic.
didn't
I
give
don't
that
want
impression.
impress at all. Not at all.
to.
You good. You good, sugar boo. But yeah, so listen, tonight has been an amazing night. Your girl is tired. And I had so much fun with you guys. But listen, this week, we're gonna have another episode coming up on Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at the same place, same channel. And the topic is going to even be hotter than ever. But listen, our week or month of guest stars that we are going to have in the building that's coming up is going to be amazing. We're going to have,
Wait, don't give it to him. Don't give it to him yet. Let him wait. Let him wait.
okay, so not going to get to you yet, but we're going to have some amazing guest hosts. Sorry, not guest hosts, but some amazing guests from so many amazing people. Ash, unmute you real quick because the background getting loud. So we gonna have such amazing people that's gonna come on, and you guys gonna be amazingly impressed. Listen, stay tuned. This was just only the first show after the new year, and it's only gonna get better. I do apologize. You can't see my co-host.
Wait, I'm
You'll
coming
be able
back.
to soon, and as well as my other co-host. I don't know
I'm
what this,
coming back.
but he said he's coming back.
I'm coming back right now.
But however,
I had to go to. I told you I was rearranging. I had to go to the kitchen.
so you'll be able to see my beautiful co-host. I think she'll be back. Ash, would you be back?
I'm not
You gonna be
sure yet. I'm on a journey right now. So when God tell me it's time to reveal, I will reveal.
so you guys heard it from her. So when she pop on, she pop on. She will bless us with her presence. But right now, I take care of herself. And we all there for her. Other than that, listen, this is going to be amazing. This show is only going to get high. I can't wait. I want to give it to him.
Now I can say I can give him a little hint. This was a segue into a lot of the guests that we having on.
That absolutely. Oh yes, as I think about everything that we
Mm-hmm.
talked. Yes, except for one, because we did do. Ooh, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I ain't gonna give that to them. I ain't giving that to them. But you gotta stay tuned. But these people are amazing. These people gonna bring so much attribute and so much, and they're gonna bring so much to the show, and it's only gonna get hotter. And listen, your girl over here is working her butt off to make sure I continue to deliver the content, bring you the great topics, bring more people on, so you guys can continue to stay elevated, transition into more, and we feed your soul and your spirit. But listen, tonight has been amazing. Please don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And remember, we are on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So please go on there to subscribe and share and share and share. Follow, like. I cannot say that no as many times. I can't say that too much. But also remember that listen, we are a community that we need to continue to actually stay together. I think this past year actually taught us that divided we fall, together we stand. And I just hope that this year has not been in vain for nobody. And I hope that everyone take this 2021, you elevate, you evolve, you be teachable, coachable, learnable, learn things. Please learn and feed your soul. Love yourself. Put yourself first. It's okay to be selfless. It's okay. Because if you're not good for yourself, you're not good for nobody else. So just know that, you have to make 2021 your bitch and make this year the most phenomenal year ever. Let's let 2020 know she fucked with the wrong one. And we're gonna make sure we represent 2021 at full force. So you guys have an amazing night. I love you guys. And listen, and if nobody told you that they love you, know that I love you. Stay safe. Peace.